So, we're back again here with another drawing. Like I said, I want to keep doing these as much as I can, just to get the muscle memory working. And yeah, I've been really getting inspired by other people drawing in their channels, and I just want to draw more. So here we go. Just messing around, seeing what I come up with. This is a face, obviously. Um, I really don't have a direction for these drawings. I just go. Whatever comes to my head. Usually that's what you know, what comes out, comes out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just doing a face, working on the cheekbones, the nose, lips. Uh, this drawing right here, I found very interesting the way it turned out, but because like I said, I always want to try new things, and we'll see if you like it. Yeah. Anyways, it's just I'm, I'm trying to react to the video, but it's going so fast I can't even think. But I'm I'm working on this face, as you can see, just doing some highlights and defining the eyes and just playing with color. Like I always say, color is very important to me, and I always try to mess around with color is the main driving force of where I'm going with anything. And I'm drawing some lips. I struggle drawing lips a lot. It's hard for me. But I think these turned out decent. I mean, like I said, I could always improve. But yeah, lips are tough to draw, in my opinion. Especially to get those little highlights and gloss in them when they got like lipstick and stuff. Um, yeah, then you see, I strayed away from the lips and went back to the eyes, because usually when I'm focusing on something and I don't see it the full way, I have to jump to something else and then come back to it. So yeah, there's the face. And for this one, I was thinking like, as I'm drawing, of course, I was thinking like a hooded figure, possibly. But I wanted to make some baggy clothes, because I like baggy clothes. I think they just look cool with the shadows and all that. And that's what I'm doing right now, just working on some baggy clothes and just coming up with some ideas. Um, yeah, I'll also link the song in the description of what inspired me, because like as I'm drawing, I'm listening to music, obviously, but one song in particular comes to mind. Just gave me like an idea in my head of where I wanted to go. I'll link it in the description, but yeah, I'm just drawing this. I don't know what to call this. A coat, a skirt, um, just something to elongate the character. I wanted to make it very tall. Um, just working on shadows there. I don't know what else is happening. I'm just like, I'm looking at myself drawn and like, what am I doing? I guess I'm just defining the clothes, trying to get a nice shape out of them, and I'm adding some highlights, as you can see. Um, just trying to flesh it out. You know, I just think this figure is just standing there. Maybe she's in the rain. Maybe she's in a street, lit up, or maybe she's running up down the runway, or maybe she's, I don't know where she's at, but I'm just trying to do some highlights to her. As you can see, I'm mixing the colors around. So when I get focused on a color, and if I'm not feeling it halfway through, I'll just change it up a bit. Another great thing about digital art, you can just change the color up on a whim. As you can see, I'm defining out the skirt or bottom half and giving her some legs. Not really focused too much on the legs right now, just going back to that coat. And then I started thinking, well, this thing looks gross. I don't like it anymore. But I want to add something to the coat, so I hid that layer and I started drawing something else here, as you could see. And I was thinking, what could I put on her coat? And I was thinking maybe I could put a creature on her coat or an animal. And I was thinking like, well, what would look cool? And I was like, you know what? I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So I just started going for it. And as you can see, it looks like a mouse, but it's not a mouse. Um, it's a ferret. But if you think it's a mouse, then it's a mouse. I don't know. First time drawing a ferret, just messing around. I don't know how it was gonna turn out. I was just going for it, as I usually do. Because like I said, the whole point of these videos is to just get my muscle memory and quick draws and just get something out, you know, as fast as I can. So I have to be thinking on the fly as I'm drawing, and yeah, there's just no time. There's no time to prep, and there's no time to. I just want to do it, because the longer I take to add shit to it or think about stuff I wanted to add to it, the more I just lose interest. So I'm just going for it. Obviously, you see it's blue, and there's no such thing as a blue ferret. I wish there was one, but there's not. But like I said, I just love color, so I'm gonna give you a weird color animal. I'm gonna give you a different skin tone of a character. I just love color, so I'm just trying to find this thing out, adding fur to it and give it some eyes, and I don't know how it turned out. If you like it, that's cool. I don't know. I was just going for it. Trust me, the whole time I was doubting myself, like, oh, this looks like shit. I just should restart. I should restart right now. But I just kept going. And then I was trying to mess with the whiskers, and the whiskers were driving me crazy. Because, you know, when you draw, like, whiskers on any animal, you just gotta broad strokes, and not too thick, not too thin, and they gotta be placed in a certain way. If you put too many in one spot, it looks off. So I was not happy with the whiskers, so I had to, like, tone them down, the transparency, and just like hopefully they stood there enough to be subtle. But you were gonna notice the difference anyways, because I was gonna make this real small, as you'll see. So why do I? That's another thing I wonder about myself. Why do I get so much in detail? Look at that. I shrunk that head and put it on her shoulder. Why was I so infatuated with the details of that ferret when I know it's not gonna matter when I make it smaller? I don't know, but I did it anyways. Anyways, why am I arguing with myself? So there's the ferret. I'm just trying to get like a nice flow around her neck. I don't know if it looks right, but I went with it. So I'm just throwing fur out and throwing some shadows on it. I was thinking the next one of these drawing videos I do, I might as well just record the whole screen instead of doing the off screen, because I noticed that when I'm going into these really small details, it's zoomed out too far and you can't really see what I'm doing. So I think on the next video, as much as I hate to do it, I'm just gonna show the full video, the full screen, where you could actually see me zoom in and zoom out, and you could see the cursor of the mouse and all that mumbo jumbo. I might as well just do that so you could at least get a better detail of what's going on. I think that's gonna have to be going right, because I'm getting too into this now. The whole point of these drawings were to make them very subtle, fast, and not much detail, and here I am just going all out again, because that's my greatest enemy, is detail. I'm constantly going into detail, and I lose myself in detail too much. But anyways, drew the ferret. Now I'm adding some more dark texture to the coat. Some highlights. I don't know. See, I can't even tell what I'm doing because I'm looking at the screen and it's so tiny. Yeah, the next video for sure I'm just gonna have to stay zoomed in. As much as I hate those kind of speed drawing videos, because it hurts your head just looking at the screen when it zooms in and zooms out so fast. But I guess there's a reason why people do that, because how else are you supposed to see the differences of what you're doing from far away? But yeah, doing the flow of the coat, more highlights, trying to get her neck down. At that point, then I thought the neck was too thick, so I had to tone it down a bit. And I erased her face because I double layered her face because I didn't want to lose track of the color when I changed her whole coat. So I made sure I put a layer of her face over her face and then erase that one. Now I'm having to shrink her again because I wanted to give her a whimsical hood, pointed hood. And you see, I'm struggling to like, what can I do? I'm trying to think of like shapes to do the hood and not make it too over the top. And I finally settled on one. I was like, this is fine. This is fine. I'll stick with this. And that's the one I stuck with. So I'm just throwing shadows on it. And as you can see, I don't know if it's like an elf now or what it's supposed to represent, but throwing some more highlights on it. And I don't know, let me know if this looks cool, because I think it looks cool how it turned out. I was not expecting me to draw this. Like I said, I just go for it, whatever I'm starting to draw. No prep into this. And yeah, I couldn't even tell you what I'm doing right now, how the screen's so small. I guess I'm doing more highlights. Yeah, doing more highlights on the coat. Define it more. Trimming up some of the legs. I had to shrink it again because she needs feet, right? So I made some boots. Not too fancy, just simple shapes. I guess there's a nice flow to her, but I don't know if I captured that properly. And there's those boots. I always tend to draw boots like this, and I don't know why. Maybe I have a fetish for fucking boots. I don't know. But I always tend to draw boots like that, so for my characters. I didn't want to go too much into detail on the boots. I just wanted to have them subtly in the back of your eye when you look at this picture. And then I was trying to draw a button, and it was too tiny, so I said, fuck, I'll just make a bigger button. And I drew a big button here, and I didn't even have to do this much detail on this button, because I'm going to shrink it anyways. I don't know why I do this, because you're not going to see that anyways. It's going to be so tiny. So there I am doing the detail of the button, and when I finally got the right size, I duplicated it and shrunk it and put it on the coat. And see, you couldn't even tell that she had buttons, how tiny that is. But once again, I'm crazy for detail. There I'm increasing the length of her arms. I felt like they were too short compared to her legs and where her knees should be under the skirt. So I drew her coat out a little bit longer. And there I'm fleshing out more the light. And I couldn't tell you what else I'm doing. I can't even see. It's just so tiny. I gotta change the style of how I do these. Oh, I'm adding more fur and lighting to the ferret apparently, and giving him some little claws. And this is the end of the video because I'm just doing some generic colored background just to highlight her outfit. I love doing backgrounds, but for this drawing I'm not going to get too much into background, so I'm just doing a quick color palette for the back. But yeah, thanks for watching.